Hello everyone, this is Orlando from A Collector's Dream, and I am very tired. It was a long weekend. I got back from the National. I went to see my mom and show her all the pickups and see how she's doing. She's doing great. She's having cataract surgery, so I had to go make sure all that was okay. So I have not done my pickups video, but I've been uploading videos like crazy, guys. I think you've seen it. I checked this morning to see how many I've uploaded, and I think I've uploaded 18 videos. So check them out. Plus, I also did a live stream there from the restaurant at the Lowe's, and I'm terrible at live streaming. It came out terrible, and the reception wasn't good. But you can check that out also on the live that I have there on my live videos. So here it is. This is where we went, and how exciting this was. It was the best National ever. And you know, I'll say what everybody says. It's because the people, I mean, that's the bottom line. That's why I go. You know, I went to a National in 1992 with the family in Atlanta because we were able to drive there. My wife, she doesn't fly. So when I go to places like Atlantic City or places like that, I have to go with a friend or by myself. And over the years, you know, I've collected alone, so I didn't have any friends to go. And you know, when I made some friends on YouTube, then I decided to go. I'm putting this card up here because this is the card that I took over there. I took about, I don't know, maybe between $8,000 and $9,000 worth of cards to sell, trade, or auction, leave it with the auction houses. So what I did was I went over, I left some cards at the end, last day, at whatever I couldn't trade, I left at the auction houses, at an auction house. And this one here, I just couldn't leave it. I got to a point that after talking to some of the collectors there and showing it around, and Ryan Nolan, who was my roommate, told me hold on to it. You know, it's too nice, and the price will probably go up on it. So I'm gonna hold on to it here, and we'll see. And there's another guy that it was a crazy. Even though the auction company said they would give me 105% of the auction price, of the final price, I decided I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to it. So I'm gonna leave it here. And this little display that you see here is my first display ever. And I got that from a friend there. And I don't wanna start mentioning names because I'll forget. I'll always forget somebody. And I don't wanna do that. You know, I have a video and I did on the live. I have pictures of all of them. I'll show you another time. I just don't know how to edit stuff like that. But I will show you all the pictures of everybody. I took pictures with pretty much everybody that I met. And you know who you are. And I appreciate it. The only thing that I do regret is that I didn't get enough time to speak with everybody. Because I got there on Thursday afternoon, and you know, it's expensive. But, you know, I just want to share love to everybody, because that's what it was all about. It was just about love and being with people there. That was the best part of it. So I just want to talk about what I picked up and what I did. I did drop off 25 cards to SGC. And those cards, I showed them in the video. They said they'd be here at my house within 7 to 10 days. The other thing that I did was I took my Cobb rookie postcard, team postcard, to have that reslabbed. So that was one of the best experiences that I've had, especially with a company, especially you know, grading company. When I got to SGC, they you know, the guy looked at it, he says, oh, that's a real old slab. I don't know if we can, you know, reslab it free. You know, and I said, well, I'm okay with that, I guess. I'll pay something to reslab. It was not that much money anyway. But then since I had turned in my other 25 cards earlier, I'll show you some of my pickups here. So hold on. when I don't want to make the videos too long. So I got some autographs, just cheap autographs that were there for like half price, so I picked them up. So when I got to SGC, I had turned in my 25 card order the day before, and they said, well, we've already turned that in. We'll have to charge you for the shipping too. I said, oh no, that's crazy, you know. I live half an hour from them. I could just drive up there because they are opening up, by the way, so that's a Tony Oliva. It's a postcard, and this Marichal is a team issued piece. And then I got this one, which was really nice. All these were half price in a box sitting there. Daffy Dean, Paul Daffy Dean. Tough autograph to come across. I thought it was really nice with a nice picture and another one of those postcards. So when I got to SGC and the guy, you know, they were very, very nice and everything. But, you know, he says, you know, go talk. Peter was there in the corner, and I didn't want to bother him, but he was by himself. And the guy pointed and said, go talk to Peter. I went to talk to Peter. I mean, the owner of SGC is sitting right there. He says, just go talk to Peter. I go talk to Peter. I show him the Cobb postcard, 1907. And he says, you know, oh, that's nice. Yeah, it's got a big crack here, and it's a very old slab. He says, you know, I'll take care of it. You know, I'll go ahead and reslab it for free. And I said, you know, yeah, but he said he's going to charge me for the shipping. He says, no, don't worry about it. It's free. I'll take care of it. You know, it's a free card, free slab, free shipping. Just I'll let the guy do that. I thought that was awesome enough. Then we started talking about the postcard because he's a collector, you know. I wish I had the postcard, but I'll get it and I'll show it to you. In the meantime, here's another one of my pickups there. So Peter starts looking at the postcard, and I showed him the back that says, you know, the baseball reference on the back of it, and he really liked that. And I also showed him the date, the postmark, which was 1908, early in 1908, and the stamp is 1907. I said, you know, this postcard is marked from 1907 to 1909, but as you can see, it can't be in 1909. It was mailed in 1908. And it's most likely a 1907 version. And that's what the auction house that I bought it from, they researched, and there's some slight differences, but they said it was 1907. So I told Peter that. He says, you know, he called the guy over and he says, get our research department to take a look at this and verify if it is a 1907. And if they do that, then, you know, we'll change it. And just instead of 1907 to 1909, we'll do it in 1907. And here's another one of my pickups. So he told the guy, called him over, told him that, and said, you know what? And this is no charge. Add it to his other order if you can find it. If not, just go ahead and zero it out. So he gave me a receipt, zero. You know, sorry for the phone. It always rings at the worst time, guys. But you know, I'm just gonna have to turn it off. Apologize for that one. So, bottom line, it was the best thing. You know, I spent time with Peter. I told him that I was with Ryan Nolan. He remembered Ryan. He said, you know, a lot of good things about him, and that you know, at the bottom line, it was just an awesome experience that I got not only to talk to the owner of SGC. He helped me so much. He gave me so much information. We talked for a long time, and he gave my order for free. So this is the Mini Minoso rookie that I picked up. Oops. You know, I like to pick up the cards raw for the most part. And this one looked like it was in great shape. The dealers were willing to work on pricing, so I figured, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. And it's got a slight little discoloration up there, but other than that, it's sharp, well centered. I was happy with it. I also picked up this Mini Minoso, the 53 tops that I didn't have, which is also a nice one, in beautiful condition. It's got the rough cut, and I like that because that's how it came from the factory. See Got like a rough cut there on the end. But it's very well centered. Just a little thing on the bottom here, very tiny loss there. But other than that, it's a beautiful Minoso. Eventually I'll get this graded, but for now, I'm just gonna have it and take a look at it and enjoy it. And the back is nice too. Like I said, it's got that rough cut, which I'm good with. That's how it came out of the factory, but it's sharp, really sharp. And some of the grading companies, SGC and stuff like that, they recognize that. They won't downgrade it too much for that. But I love it, I love it. So I got that. And you know, I did a lot of Cuban players, basically, is what I'm doing. So I want to make sure that I try to get a few of them autographed. And that's, you know, you saw the Tony Oliva and Juan Marichal. You know, I just want to get some autographs of them. And then I picked up, trying to keep everything here. See, I keep all that in there so you can see it all stuff that I got. And of course the love. Love is, that was it. Everybody was just, you know, the love of the hobby, the love of, you know, the cards, the people, the YouTube, and, you know, all the YouTubers just love what they're doing, and they love the hobby so much and just want to spread the hobby. It was just hobby love. That's what it was. It was hobby love the entire time. I'm getting a little emotional here, but this is the other card that I really want to pick up, the Cepeda rookie card. So I got the Cepeda rookie, and I didn't really care about the grade, you know, and I don't care if it's his trading card and stuff like that. I just wanted to get one that looked nice. This is off-center, but really it's in nice condition for his rookie card, and of course it's autographed with an inscription. So it's Orlando Cepeda, Baby Bull. So I really like that. You know, I'm not a huge fan of inscription, but this one was a good one, the Baby Bull. So I had to get this one for another one of the Cuban players that I wanted to pick up. And again, the card's in good shape too. Maybe eventually get the card graded and the auto. But for now, that's one of my one of my Cuban players. We'll put the Baby Bull right there. Rookie Orlando Cepeda. And you know, I did some deals, trade deals with my roommate. Really, it ended up being roommates. That was another fun thing. And I picked up another 1894 Mayo Cup plug, George 80. And this one is from Yale. And this is, of course, the first football set ever. And look at the uniform. It's just so cool. Look at the uniform on that. How he had to tie it down. A little bit of padding here. And that was it. And this comes from the Mayo Cup plug, chewing tobacco. And this one is authentic because it's somebody, I guess, tried to fill in. It's supposed to be complete black back. And I guess it has a little bit of coloring on there. I haven't looked at it with my black light, but I'm sure it is. It looked like it to me, that's why it was authentic. But I got this from my roommates there, and I said roommates because the way it started was just gonna be me and Ryan Nolan sharing the room there. And then he calls me and says, hey, Steve wants to come. Steven, his partner, and Steven's a great guy. Steven was trying to get Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's autograph. Unfortunately, it was a disaster for him. But you know, he's an incredible collector, pre-war collector. He's got a lot of stuff. These are young guys. I mean, I'm 40 years older than these guys, and collecting-wise, we're alike. We collect the same stuff. You know, we share the same information. It's awesome. And then, so it's me and Ryan and Steven. And then, you know, Ryan goes out to a concert and comes back with one of his buddies. And, you know, I'm good with all that, no problem. Because I'm usually out anyway. So, and they're out most of the time. The room's kind of empty most of the time. But late at night, now I got three other young guys there. So it's 4 people in the room there sleeping, one on the floor. It was pretty crazy. And we're talking cards at midnight. That was it was crazy. And these guys are so smart, so knowledgeable. Here's another card that I got, and I got this in a trade from Ryan and Steven. This is 1934. This is a Tris Speaker card. It's card number 48. It's about baseball, and it's not from here. It's like an English card. It's technically a generic baseball card, but it really isn't, because it's verified that the player there is Tris Speaker. So it's a pretty rare card. And these guys bought a lot of cards. They spend a lot of money because they buy and they sell, and that's how they pay for their trips and all that stuff. So he had awesome cards that I really wanted, but I didn't have. I took total of $2,000 cash there. That's all I had, and I had bought a already pretty big card, so I was down a few $100. I couldn't do much more, so I traded this. But I wanted to buy. He had some awesome Tattoo Orbit. Mangini got him. He got the Jimmy Fox that I was looking for there. But I didn't have the money to buy it, so I had to trade with him. And what I let these guys, man, they're business, so they've got to go ahead and get their cash. You got to get their cash first. And then whatever they didn't sell, basically what I always tell them, whatever they don't sell and they're willing to trade, then I'll trade. So this was one they didn't sell that day, and this is one also they didn't sell. So I was able to trade these two with them. And here comes another one that they didn't sell that also was able to trade with these guys, and that was the Grover Cleveland Alexander 1922 American Caramel. So I got this also in a trade from some of the cards that I had brought. Traded this with Steven. So I did not have, other than the premiums that I did not have a Grover Cleveland Alexander card. So this is my first one. And I got to do a video about him. He was an incredible pitcher, one of the best of all time, but nobody talks about him. I don't know why. I don't know why nobody talks about Grover Alexander. But this is a nice card. It was a rough, it's a 1.5, but it was nicely centered. And they didn't sell it there to anybody around in trade night. They shopped it around, and I was able to get it, along with the Tris Speaker, because I don't think many people know about that Tris Speaker. It is pretty rare. It's very rare, actually. I don't remember the pop count, but I'll look into it. The other stuff that I got was, I'm gonna hold off on my big card real quick, because that other roommate that was with us, I won't mention his name. I don't know if he wants me to, but awesome guy. Probably one of the best football autograph collections, Hall of Fame football autograph collectors out there. The best that I know, best that I've seen, as far as I know. He's telling me he's on this Discord. I don't know what a Discord is. I'm an old guy. He hooked me up. I'm gonna set you up. You download the thing. Anyway, he hooked me up and put me in the Discord, and it's a football Discord that was started by Dakota, Sports Cards Anonymous. And I guess you got to be invited in there. So I haven't really done anything with it yet, but I'm on the Discord. And these are some of the top football collectors out there. And this guy was so knowledgeable. These young guys are awesome. And he had 2 of these Emlyn Tennell autograph, different ones. And I was able to buy this one off of him. And this is a Hall of Famer. Tough autograph, and inscribed 1956 World Champs. It's got, he had it taken to JSA, and it's just a nice piece to add to my football autographs. So I was able to add 5 more football autographs, 4 to the goal line art, and this guy. So I want to thank him for that, and his knowledge of, I'm telling you, these young guys, they know their stuff. He's got an incredible, he doesn't have a YouTube channel. I wish he did so he could show his collection, but you know, from what he was telling me, you know, sharing the knowledge. And I mean, here I am talking with 3 guys who know pre-war. I mean, Ryan knows everything. Then Steven is an expert in all the pre-war stuff. I mean, he's got the Mayo Cap Anson and stuff like that. He collects all that stuff just like I do. And my other buddy that was with them is football. I mean, he knows everything about football. There were 2 of these cards, and he wanted them, I wanted them, so we split. He picked the better one, and I got this one, but I was happy, you know. So we got these off of Stephen Ryan, and he's got incredible autographs. So we're talking at you know, midnight. After midnight, we're talking, you know, just chatting about the hobby, about the card, about the autographs, about this, about, you know, these and this, and I got to learn about this, which I didn't even know much about it. So I mean, it's just incredible, and those guys are the people that are going to keep the hobby going, guys. So I like to spend time with them and share my knowledge, and they share their knowledge, and I learn something every time. So this is Derek Brooks, and that adds to my goal line art. I now have 225 autographed Hall of Fame football players in these goal line art. And I'll go ahead and just start listing the ones I got. I got Dermonte Dawson, and another Hall of Famer I was missing. So I'll add that to the group. One I've been looking for a while, I finally found a good one, and that's Curly Culp. So I found Curly Culp there, one that I've been looking for. So I got him also. And the most expensive one, all the new players are just crazy, you know. And this is Shannon Sharp. So I got him, I need him, but that was the most expensive one of the bunch. Not necessarily the best player around there, but he was a great player. He's a Hall of Famer. But all these guys want like tons of money. The ones I'm missing are most of the modern guys. So that's what I got as far as my goal line art. Added 4 more to that. I'm at 225. And I've got, let's see, I have to figure it out, but I think I've got about 20 more to go. And my biggest pickup was this one. The Martin Dihigo 45-46 Caramelo Deportivo. The best Cuban player ever. And he was the Otani of the day. This guy played all 9 positions, including pitcher. He actually pitched against Satchel Paige twice and beat him both times. Martin Dihigo, a legend. This guy's in the Hall of Fame. Many of the Negro League players say that he was the best player they ever saw. I'll do a video about Martin Dihigo. So I found this card the first day, because that's one of the things I look for as Cuban players. And this was in the biggest collector, the biggest Cuban dealer had this card there. And I ended up passing on it. He wanted a lot of money for it. He wanted over $2,000 for it. And I just couldn't do it. You know, so the back is a little light. You're kind of missing a little bit of stuff there. But That's why it's a 1, but the front is beautiful. So the story goes that I was able to meet with my buddy from Miami here, Victor, who is to me, one of the biggest Cuban card collectors. He's got this in duplicates. And I was trying to do a deal with him, but I don't know. I don't want to give up what he wants. He wants my 1909 Cabanas cards. So anyway, the thing goes that I couldn't do the deal. The next day, I go there with Victor. And this is why it's great to have friends. Victor goes and, the guy immediately recognizes Victor, knows who he is, and knows because they've done business together for a long time. And boy, we talked for about half an hour, and the dealer told me, his experience, how he was able to go to Cuba with a lot of money, meet with the top Cuban guy there, collect a bunch of stuff, wasn't able to take it out of the country, had to bribe the people at customs hundreds of dollars to try to sneak it out, change the customs forms, and get it approved. I mean, it's all like that. It's all through, black market, bribing people, paying them off. And that's the only way he was able to get these cards out of the country. And this was many years ago. There's probably nothing left over there, just one collector there, that Rolando, who has a lot of these. But he sold most of these to this dealer already. So anyway, make a long story short, Victor talks to him and says, you got to help my friend out. And there was one of the YouTubers there. I won't be mentioning names, but he'll be showing the card eventually. And he was looking at the Cuban cards there with me. And there was one there that was, maybe a couple $100. And then after the end of the deal, after him talking to Victor and telling me who, saying who I was and what I did and stuff like that, the dealer gave me $400 discount on this card. $400 discount. I could not pass it up. And he gave my buddy the card he was looking at free. He says, here, go ahead. I know you've been looking at that card, take it. That's the type of friendships that last. So I'm always going to be buying from him, and I'm always going to plug him, and I'm going to visit, and tell you more about who that dealer was. But this is the card that I got. This was my biggest card. That's the Martin Dihigo, 1945-46, got a medal deportivo. And I want to thank my friends for helping me to get this card. That's what it's about, friendships. And that's why we go to the National. Some of the cards you can buy on eBay. Some of them you can't, but it's one of those things that, I want to see the cards in person. I don't want to buy something like this on eBay, raw. I don't want to buy these on eBay. I want to see them, feel them, touch them and stuff. And the choices there were incredible. So it was an awesome show, guys. I don't want to take up too much more time. I'll share some of these another time and tell you more stories about the National and about some of the players that I got here. But have an awesome day. Check out my videos. I've uploaded 18 videos. I'm going to continue to do. I have a few more still. I tried to document as much as possible. I want you guys to look at the National through my eyes, what I saw, the tables I'm looking at, the kinds of things that I enjoyed. And, that's about it. Have an awesome day, guys. Love you all. Love the hobby. Take care.